Hey, how's it going everyone? Teysind here and welcome to my February pickups video. So this month I managed to get a lot of really good stuff. I got a lot of games, a lot of figures and even some really good accessories for my console. So without further ado, let's get right into it, starting off with my games for this month. So first up on the list is Final Fantasy Anthology. I'm really excited to get this. So this is the PS1, it's two games, Final Fantasy 4 and 5. And until now, I've never owned Final Fantasy 5 in any form. So now owning this, I have all the main Final Fantasies from 1 up until 14, excluding 11 online. So it was just Final Fantasy 5 that I needed. And it's quite expensive to get this game. I managed to get it for really cheap from an awesome subscriber. Thank you so much. I got it for about $23 excluding postage, which is really good. So can't complain. Awesome condition as well. So that is first on the list. Second on the list, also Final Fantasy, and that is Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions. So this is the PSP remake of Final Fantasy Tactics on the PS1. We never got the PS1 version here in Australia, so I've always wanted it for a long time. And I got this for $15 including postage, so really good price. The only thing it's missing is the free art card, but it has the game, manuals, everything all in amazing condition. So can't complain with that find. Next on the list is Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection on the PS3. This is Budokai 1 and 3. $23 on special at EB Games, but I had a $10 gift card, so I got it for $13 basically. Really wanted this for a long time because as a kid, the first Dragon Ball Z games that I played, and really the only ones I played, was Budokai 1 on the PS2. It was one of the first games I got on the PS2. And then I traded that in when Budokai 2 came out, and I played Budokai 2 on the PS2, which I still have today. But I never got to play Budokai 3. I just didn't have the money, or I was away when it came out and stuff. So I've always been wanting to play it. And when this came out, to see that it was number 1 and 3, and I just happened to still have number 2 on the PS2. Basically, it completes my Budokai, the original Budokai collection, and now I can play Budokai 1 again and Budokai 3 finally, and in its best, best visual fidelity. So really excited. I really want to get into this and just play as much of this as possible. Wonder how it compares to Xenoverse, obviously being an older game. I like the Budokai, the side sort of fighting styles. I know a lot of them adopted, the camera sort of moves around the characters, so we'll see how that goes. And next on the list, such an awesome find, and this is Tales of Grace's F Special Edition on the PS3. This includes a exclusively for the European release. It's got an art book, it's got the making of videos and original soundtrack as well. Only thing it's missing is the DLC card with costume set for Tales of Destiny 2 and exclusive PS3 themes. So I didn't get that DLC card, but if I did, because it was secondhand, it probably would have been used anyway. I got this from EB Games for $28 on special. Now, one thing about this game is, firstly, it's really hard to find an Australian copy of this game. And then I saw that local EB Games had this in stock and on special at the moment for $28. So I called them up. They said they do have an Australian copy in stock, but they happen to have the special edition copy. And because the special was just applying to the game in general, even the special edition, they were able to give it to me for the same price. So with that into account, and being such a hard game to find, really awesome pickup there. So I'm building up my Tales collection slowly. The only one I've played is Tales of Eternia, or Tales of Destiny 2 that's how it's known in, I think, in North America and stuff. I played that on the PS1 originally, a long time ago. Absolutely loved the game though. And so yeah, that does it for PS3. On to PS4, Gravity Rush Remastered. I always wanted to get a PS Vita for this game. And I held off on a PS Vita, and the fact that it came out on the PS4 makes me so happy. I'm playing it at the moment. I got it brand new and for only $29 on Target. So I got it on the initial day of release, and other places like JB Hi-Fi and EB Games were selling it for $39, $40. So the fact they got an extra $10 off on Target was really good. So if you're in the lookout for this game, check out Target. You might get it for a great price. So moving on to my Nintendo games for the month. First game is Star Wars. Actually, it's 2 games, I should say. And that is Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 and Rogue Squadron 3. I love these games. I'm a big fan of the original Rogue Squadron 1. And I got both of these games for $15 each, or $3 for both. That was from Cash Converters. I saw it on their online web shop. Only thing was they're just both missing the manuals. Nothing too big, but for $15 each, that's really cheap. I see this generally go for maybe $25, $30 usually. Obviously that's with the manual and stuff, but $30 for both of them, I can't complain. So I'm playing number 2 at the moment. Love the first mission where you're on the Death Star and you got to shoot the torpedo or something into the hole. Absolutely love it. It's a good reenactment level of end of episode 4, and it really gets you that feel for Rogue Squadron right from the beginning. So all I need to get now is Rogue Squadron 1. That's where my most Rogue Squadron memories are, the one I've played the most. Hopefully I can get that, and hopefully I can get the expansion pack for the N64 so I can play it in. I think it doubles the resolution. Obviously it's still standard definition, but you know, it's definitely a nostalgic trip. So yeah, moving on. Next on the list is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. I love this game. So I haven't played the Wii U HD remaster, but I've got and have played the GameCube version. It's one of the first GameCube versions I played. It was I think it was the first GameCube game I played on my GameCube since owning one. So I've played a lot of GameCube games with friends in the past, but when I got a GameCube in 2010 or so, my friend lent me this game, the same friend who gave me his GameCube, and I just played it straight through. I was studying at the time, but I still just didn't care. I just loved the game so much. I really loved the art style. It was one of those games that I thought I wouldn't like it, but then I loved it so much more than I thought I would. You know, it's really good combat and overall great game. It's a good sequel to the adult timeline, I believe, of Link. So definitely glad I've got this in the HD glory, and I can sort of make use of all the new elements that have been incorporated into it. So yeah, moving on. Last on the list for the games for this month, and that is Pokemon X. So happy 20th Pokemon anniversary. Now, I haven't played Pokemon since over 10 years from now. So I am an original Pokemon game player. That means I got and played through the original Red version, which I still have today, and then followed by that Generation 2 Gold version. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is. And since then, I haven't played a Pokemon game at all. And that was over 10 years ago that I went back and beat Red version again. And I sort of wanted to play Pokemon again. I don't know, all these things happen. I'll definitely make another video on that celebrating 20th anniversary of Pokemon. But just in short, I managed to, now that Sun and Moon have been announced, I know there's no Pokemon Z, I managed to pick this up. The Target had it on special for $33 brand new, really cheap, considering a lot of the stores have it brand new for like $55 and stuff. I mean, very expensive, but for $33 brand new, can't complain with that. And yeah, so I got this and just started playing through it, and it is so different for me. I mean, maybe for a lot of people who've been playing Pokemon continuously or recently, it's not a big of a change, but for me, this is like going from like NES Game Boy style graphics and Game Boy Color all the way to something like this where the environment's all 3D and stuff, and blew my mind. I still sort of thought they sort of kept the original style, so this is a whole new world for me. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of catching up and stuff, and yeah, I really look forward to advancing in this game. So now moving on to my figure pickups for this month. I got a lot of awesome figures, and first up on the list is Kairi. This is Destiny Island's Kairi from Kingdom Hearts 1, the Formation Arts series, and I got this secondhand for $22.50 or so. Picked it up locally, and awesome find. I love this. Always wanted to have a Kairi figure added to my Kingdom Hearts figure collection, so really glad to get it. And next up on the list is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Super Saiyan 4 is my favourite transformation, and it's a unique transformation. I don't even know if you'd call it a Super Saiyan 4. It's a whole new type of transformation, you know, sort of like a base form fused with an Azari or Golden Azari. But picked this up at a local figure store for about $27.50. I got about I think it was about $30, but I got 10 or some sort of little discount and stuff. Really awesome find, because they sort of stopped selling this, at least at many stores, and they just had one left in this store. So to pick it up, I was really happy with that. And I also actually picked it up alongside another cool Dragon Ball Z figure, and that is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Now, these are all Bandai figures. Really glad to get this too. I always wanted a Gotenks figure. Another figure that you can't really find around much anymore, so it's pretty much maybe out of print, I'm not sure, but I know a lot of stores sold this in the past and now you couldn't. Same again, this store had one left. It was a display model, still perfect condition, so can't complain. Got this for about $25 or so, pretty cheap because they all average for about $30, these figures. But I know one store locally, they've still got one left, and they sell all their figures for expensive, but this they were selling it for like $80. So the fact that I found the shop that I could get for normal price and a discount on it, really happy. So yeah, that's my second figure, Dragon Ball Z figure for the month. And further on with Dragon Ball Z figures, I got the Super Saiyan God Goku. Another awesome figure to get. I got this for $30 from a local store. Brand new, this one as well. And really happy. Just wanted it. You know, I've got the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, the Master Stars with the blue hair. So finally glad that I got the original Super Saiyan God. And definitely building up my Dragon Ball Z figure collection. I try and make sure I don't keep getting different types of the same character in the same form. So for example, I've got one Super Saiyan Goku. I don't exactly want to then just get other Super Saiyan Gokus. I'm really happy with the one I got. Same with like I've got a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I've got a Vegito, so I don't really want to get another Vegito. Gotenks, for example, happy to have a fusion there. And basically, I'll go more into my figure collection down the track. But you know, say for example, now that I have, let's see, now that I have, a bit hard to explain. We're not editing, but basically, I'm just trying to say that all these figures, it's like I want each figure to be unique. So for example, I haven't got a Super Saiyan 2 figure, so I want to get the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Master Stars. And once I've got that, I don't feel the need to get any other Super Saiyan 2 figures. Just like with the villains, I've got Kid Buu, so I didn't feel the need to purchase the Fat Majin Buu because I've already got a Buu figure. And then same with this next one, which I'll show you. I picked up, and that is Second Form Cell. Picked this up also brand new, got it for $30 as well. This is the S Cultures Bandai, the Colony Seed figures. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, now that I've got Cell in some form, I don't feel the need to get a different form of Cell. But we'll see, I might end up getting Perfect Cell, or finding him if they make him, you know, a new version. Then I might sell this and stuff, but generally, you know, obviously figures take up a lot of space, so I don't want to keep building up too many figures that represent the same character or in the same form or something. But another awesome find, so really happy with that one. And last on the list for the figures, this is probably my holy grail for this month, and I have to be really careful here. And that is Kotobukiya Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth. This is the cold resin statue. This is so awesome, and this is so accurate to the actual way he appears in Final Fantasy VII in the FMVs. And this statue is just amazing. I always be like super careful holding this even now because I just don't want anything to happen to it. And I picked this also off an awesome subscriber of mine, same person who I got the Final Fantasy Anthology off, and I got this for $51 excluding postage. Really happy to get this because you don't really find Sephiroth figures around that much. I've got the Kingdom Hearts one, but the fact that I got this one now really makes me happy, and I don't feel the need to get a Playarts Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth now, especially when this one looks so good. So definitely worth the price for me because this is one of those statues that are all collectibles I'll be cherishing for a long time. And now last for my pickups for February, we're going to be looking at the accessories I got for my consoles and stuff. So first up is I got a GameCube AV cable, replacement one. So not official brand, third party, but $10 brand new, can't complain. Got it from Game Traders, and my GameCube AV cable is busted. So I've been using my Nintendo 64 AV cable. So the fact that I now have this basically replaces that. And you never know, down the track these may become hard to get, and if my Nintendo 64 one were to go, then I wouldn't have any. So I'm glad to have picked that up. So a bit of insurance. And yeah, next on the list, I got the Logitech Wavebird wireless controller. So this is the official wireless controller for the PS2. I already have this controller with the dongle, but it's one of those controllers that are really hard to get, or at least to find here. And I managed to pick this up from Cash Converters for $7. And doesn't come with the receiver, but the fact that I've already got one with the receiver, this basically also insurance policy, I should say, it's a backup for me. So if that one ever gets busted or stops working somehow, I've got another one right there. So really happy to get it for that cheap. And then coupled with that, I also got official PS1 memory card. These also you don't see around as much anymore. You see a lot of bootleg and third-party ones, and got this for only $3, so can't complain. I've got two PS1 memory cards already, but one's official and one's third party. So this can basically replace my third party one, so now I have two official ones. So definitely good. You need to take care of your memory cards and make sure you got extra ones for backup, because one day you might put it in, you'll find out your save files are gone. And if you're like me and you've invested hundreds of hours into RPGs on the PS1, you want to hold on to them, you know, that even if it's just for sentimental value and you don't really go back to it. I think, you know, that's all your time and effort saved right here, so, you know, take care of it. And last on the list, I haven't actually got it, can't show you it because I got it plugged in. This is probably the best find for the month in terms of my accessories, and that is I got a PS3 component cable. And if you know, PS3 component cables are fully compatible with PS2, so it's a PS3/PS2 component cable. So basically I'm using it for my PS2 now. So basically instead of using my PS2 with the AV output, I'm using it with component, and is upped the quality of my PS2, at least the visual fidelity, so much. I mean, it's probably not as much as with a component cable for PS3 going from AV. I believe there are hardware limitations with the PS2 where it just doesn't take full advantage of the component, but much more so than the AV. And I use a LED monitor. It's a monitor TV, so it's got a built-in TV tuner, and because of that, it has component inputs. So basically, as you know, when you're using AV cables and stuff on these newer TVs, they don't look as good as they would on some of the old tube TVs and stuff. So now using component through it also has an added benefit of it making it look better for being used on an LED monitor and stuff. So really happy I got that. You know, now I can finally go back and play my PS2 games in the best possible quality and wireless as well. So, you know, it really makes it sort of like a previous generation console feel more current gen, and I can probably enjoy those games a lot more now, you know, as opposed to having the cords and you got to sort of hold it closer and stuff. So yeah, all in all, this was an awesome pickups month, and really quite a lot for me. So we'll see how things go in the next few months, you know. Hopefully I keep finding some awesome things, and yeah, things will keep building up. So thank you guys for watching. Please let me know in the comments below any thoughts you have. Maybe you guys got some awesome things this month. You might even have some of these items that I got or want some, you know. It would be awesome to chat and see you guys' thoughts on the pickups. And yeah, thank you for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And until next video, stay spot on.